Money Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Whoopin Bet Show here on the Kota Sports Gambling Network, brought to you by the Kota Sportsbook down there in Deadwood, South Dakota. If you are down there in Deadwood, South Dakota, stop by the Midnight Star Casino, swing into the Kota Sportsbook, tell me you know the Whoopin Bet Show, tell me you know the Kota Cappers, and they will hook you up with a free t-shirt. That's the Kota Sportsbook in the Midnight Star Casino in Deadwood, South Dakota. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It feels like it's been forever because it kind of has, honestly. You know, obviously this week has been fairly slow with just one game on Tuesday. And now we are back here with a full slate on Thursday, July 28th. And ladies and gentlemen, we're excited. We're ready to go. You know, after the All-Star break, it's kind of been, middle of the road for us. You know, we had a couple good days there in a row, and then we kind of cooled off a little bit, and now we're just trying to get back at it. So again, you know, it's been a grind this season. It definitely has been a grind this season, but we're finding our way. We're having fun with it. It's our first season betting the WNBA here on YouTube. So we're just living life, and we're trying to give out the best picks we can, the best analysis that we can, and we're excited for today's slate. So ladies and gentlemen, on the year, we're 86, 93, and 4, minus 8.57 units. Obviously, the Chicago Sky not winning on Tuesday hurt us. Minus 1.5, we lost on that. We took a money line. That hurt us big time. But we move on. We move on to today, and we have a pile of games. Like we said, we have 4 games on the docket for today. And, you know, I love the schedule. I know I'm always yapping, bitching about the schedule. We have 2 games here at 6 p.m., 1 at 7 and 1 at 9. I love the schedule here for today. So 6 p.m. on NBA TV, the Seattle Storm taking on the Connecticut Sun. The Sun, minus 3.5, over under 159 here. And the Storm, plus 132 on that money line at my shop. Now, I know it's hard to beat a good team 3 times, right? You know, I know the sayings, you know, it's hard to beat a good team twice, but it is hard to beat a good team 3 times in a season. Obviously, Connecticut has beat Seattle twice already this season. And, you know, but when we look at it every single game, one thing that's been staying consistent between the games is the Connecticut Sun have just dominated the boards against Seattle. You know, and height is one thing that you can't teach, right? Height is one thing that you can't teach. No matter, you know, trends and this and that, at the end of the day, the Seattle Storm are getting out-rebounded every single game by, I think, at least double digits to the Connecticut Sun. So when I look at that, this minus 3, we got it at here, minus 120. That's what we're going to take. Seattle is 1-5 ATS as an underdog and 4-8 on the road. So not great there either. They've been getting out-rebounded by the Sun. So I just think that the Connecticut Sun can cover this number here. I know it's probably going to be close, you know, early. It's probably going to be close early, but I think the Connecticut Sun should cover this contest. 3 times, I know that's very rare in a season, especially, you know, Seattle Storm's no joke. You know, they're a very, very solid team. So to beat a team 3 times, a good team 3 times in a season is very, very rare. But like I said, in every single one of those games, the Connecticut Sun have out-rebounded the Seattle Storm. And then that's just something you can't teach. You know, maybe hustle, you know, better box outs, things like that. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe you can game plan for that. But I'm going to take the Sun here at home. Storm not so great on the road. ATS, we'll take the Storm. We'll take the Sun minus 3 here at home. And that'll be our first pick of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, our second play of the day here, we have the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Atlanta Dream. Now, Atlanta minus 2 here at home, over under 162.5, and Minnesota plus 105 on that money line. Now, it's a tough one for me because there is something I believe in betting. And I know you're not supposed to bet with your heart. I know you're supposed to bet with your head. I get that. But what kind of man would I be if I don't believe in the things that I preach? You know, and we preach that whenever something's too good, it's going to end, right? Whenever something's too good, it's going to end. So if you look at this head-to-head matchup-wise, the Lynx and the Atlanta Dream have hit the over 5 straight times in a row. 5 straight times in a row. They hit the over once already this season. Between the 2 teams, 5-0. The last 5 times these 2 teams have played, the over has hit. What do we always preach, ladies and gentlemen? To be a good handicapper, you need to know when the trends are going to flip the other way. 5-0 coming into this game, we're taking the under. I'm not even going to say I don't love it, but we're going to take the under at 162.5. Again, it's a heart play. I understand that, ladies and gentlemen. Beware, it's a heart play, but we believe that when something is 5-0, when something is 6-0, when something is too good, the next time it's probably going to end. And I know, that's probably not a great way to live life, right? You pile up 5 wins in a row, all of a sudden you're like, shoot, I'm going to win. I'm going to lose the next one. I know that's probably not a great attitude to have, but it's worked for us a few times this season. When something's going up, hey, you got to look at the other side, ladies and gentlemen. You got to look at the other side because it could be a win, right? It could be a win the other direction, and that's what we think here. So we're going to take the under 162.5 here for this contest. Atlanta, fairly solid, strong defensive team. Minnesota, so. They've kind of been down here a little bit as of late. Honestly, I looked at Minnesota money line. I think the public is all over the Atlanta Dream here. I think they're just kind of forgetting that the Minnesota Lynx had a very strong stretch there. Yeah, they've cooled off a little bit here after the All-Star break, but this team is no joke, right? This team is talented. If Sylvia Fowles and Shepard are back for the Lynx here, their day-to-day, I believe that Fowles is probable. I haven't heard for sure on Shepard. If those 2 players are back, I would hit the money line here. I would hit Lynx money line here. Again, the public is all over the Atlanta Dream, but if the Lynx can get those 2 players back who are very talented and have an impact, and make an impact for the Lynx, I think the Lynx money line might be the play here. I just wasn't sure, 100% sure on those injuries, what's going to happen there. And like we said, these 2 teams have hit the over 5 straight times in a row. We're going to take the under. If we get burned on it, we get burned on it, but that's our belief, and that's maybe a heart pick. I understand that, ladies and gentlemen, but we practice what we preach. So we're going to take the under there. I don't hate the Lynx either. I don't hate the Lynx money line either. If you like that, great. I actually do not hate that either. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, our 7 o'clock game here, CBS Sports Network. We have the Dallas Wings taking on the Washington Mystics. Wings -1, over-under 160.5 here. The Wings -120 on that money line. Washington -100, +100, however you look at it. This is the toughest game for me to handicap here today. No EDD for the Washington Mystics. The Wings have been, covering. The Wings have been covering lately. They're covered the last 4 out of the last 5. Granted, they've only won 2 of those 5 games. If you look at head-to-head here, it's really kind of been back and forth. Washington got the last one. Dallas got the one before that. Then it was Washington. Then it was Dallas. Then it was Washington. So definitely a back-and-forth wave here. If you look at the Wings, they've covered against now the last 4 covers they have are against Indiana, Chicago, Minnesota, and Seattle. Washington has covered and won against the Liberty, Minnesota, the Sparks, and Atlanta Dream. They did drop that 80-75 loss and cover to the Phoenix Mercury there on July 14th. But again, this is tough for me because it's always interesting when a team is going on the road without their star player. Dallas is no joke. Dallas should be healthy for this game. They've struggled with the injuries. They've struggled with depth here this season, but they should have all those players back. They are 16-10-1 ATS. But on the other side, you have Washington 18-10 ATS. And when I look at Washington, I like their numbers a little more here. They're 10-5 ATS on the road, and they're 6-2 as an underdog. When they're underdogs, obviously what? EDD probably isn't playing, right? And if you look at what the Dallas Wings have done at home, they're 6-6-1 ATS at home. They're 4-5-1 as a favorite. I mean, the numbers just point to the Mystics, right? The numbers just point to the Mystics, and I know as a handicapper, you have to look at different ways. You can't always look at the numbers. You got to look a little deeper. So matchup-wise, I think McCowan is going to eat these Mystics up alive. Without EDD in the middle, I think McCowan is going to have a big game. At my book, I can't do player props. At your book, if you can do player props, I would definitely look at McCowan over rebounds or even over points. I think that was a strong play as well. But overall here, I think in the end, I think the Mystics are the more talented team. I think they have the little more depth here. I know EDD is out, but at the end of the day, I think they can get this win. If they win by 1, great. We still win our bet. If they win by 25, great. We win our bet. That's not going to happen. They just need to win, and we think they can here tonight. Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, our final play. I know it's a long video. I apologize for that, but we do have 4 games on today's slate, and we have some good analysis for those 4 plays. So, our final game of the day here, we have the Los Angeles Sparks taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury -4. That number keeps climbing. The over-under 166.5 here. Sparks +145 on that money line. I like the over 165.5. We got it at. It started out at 163.5, 164, I believe. We got it at 165.5. It's now at 166.5. Two of the worst defenses in the league, ladies and gentlemen, and two really good over teams as well. If you look at the over here, the Sparks 16-10-1 to the over, the Mercury 15-13 to the over. Phoenix is 8-5 to the over at home, so that is a good trend for us to look at here, as obviously the Mercury will be at home. Again, Sparks in a weird season, right? Liz gone, Cambage is gone. I do think that helps the Sparks team. I think their tempo should be up and a little quicker, a little faster paced game style that they're going to play here today without Cambage trailing behind everybody, right? So again, just a very, very weird season with the Sparks, but I think without Liz, I think this only helps the Los Angeles Sparks. So the money line there for the Sparks does look interesting, but again, I also wouldn't be stunned if Phoenix wins this by 5 to 8 points. So I'm going to take the over 165.5. I think it's going to keep climbing into the day here, so jump on it ASAP, ladies and gentlemen. Jump on it ASAP. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our 4 plays here for today. Our longest video of the season. So again, I do apologize for that, but we had a lot of things to say. We had a lot of games to cover here, and we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Go 4-0 on the day here, July 28th for this Thursday. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like, ladies and gentlemen. Just appreciate the support. We love you all. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Best of luck if you tail. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Alrighty, peace.